Hey cool kids, this week I'm doing the 3 marker challenge, sort of. I know I mentioned it in my last 3 marker video that I wanted to do something similar to this because I have 6 skin tone markers and 12 regular colored markers. I really wanted to do a 3 marker challenge with all of my markers. And so I've drawn out 6 ladies here. We're going to pick out a skin tone for each of them and 2 colors for each of them, blindfolded obviously. And I do have ideas of the colors I want to pick for each one of them, but because I won't be able to see the colors, obviously I have no choice in this. So without further talking, let's begin. And I forgot to tell you, they are numbered, sort of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so again, no choice on what colors these girls get.
So for number 1, we're going to start with this skin tone and these colors. So let's see.
Okay. Ew, I forgot to put something under my page. Be right back. There we go. Now hopefully this will all lead up into the next page, but our first color is 0345, and then we have C247, or turquoise, and then 0555, or is that an L? It might be an L. Okay, so that's our first color scheme. Let's set these aside and pick our color scheme for girl number 2.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one for her skin tone, and then I want these 2 for her secondary color.
Interesting. Not the color scheme I would have gone for. That's okay. So our first one is 0819, or oh, I'm not sure. And then R576. Is this even in frame? I guess I could have checked that. Maybe not. And then the last one is Y417. I am glad I got a yellow for her though, because I was hoping to get at least 1 yellow for the flowering details. Okay, so next we have her. So again, markers.
Go for this one for her skin tone, and these 2 for her other colors.
So we got 2 browns with this one. Let's see, so our skin tone is 0324. And then we have Y747. And then 0535. Which is very similar to the skin tone we got for her. But I guess it's a lot more reddy, so it's a lot more similar. Are these the same tone? No, this is 534. Or 3, oh my god. 345. But they are very similar in that they're very reddish brown colors. So I still have a lot of blues and pinks and greens left. But anyway.
Let's pick the color scheme for her. Okay, this one's going to be her skin tone, and then these 2 are her secondary tones.
That's kind of the color scheme I had in mind for this character, actually. So that's cool. So we have 0729, and then B138, and our last one is G399, or 339, sorry. Cool, so we just have 2 girls left. So, oh, I should probably take the colorless blender out. Don't think I'm going to use that for color.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
So for lady number 5, we have 0837, and then G338. I feel like I'm reading out like bingo numbers. Do I have a G338? Congratulations, Martha, you got bingo. And our last one is M647. I'm actually pretty happy with this color scheme for her too. I think it's pretty close to what I was thinking for her. So I don't think I really need to like close my eyes again and randomly select for this last girl because we only have 3 colors left. So her color scheme is going to be 08. You know, I do think that's an O. 0518. And then B637. And our last color is M137. Okay, so that is our lineup. I'm now going to color all of these with their respective color schemes. There's some which I wish I'd gotten different colors for. Like, again, there are just too many browns in this one. It is a more natural look, but I would have liked some blues or something. And then this one just wasn't what I was thinking, but I mean, I can still make it work. So, without further ado, let's get to the actual coloring. So I think I'm actually going to start by coloring this girl. And I've decided I'm probably going to use a lot of black in all of these pieces. But I'll start off by just coloring for now. Now, I still don't use markers very regularly, but I think, unless I'm wrong, the last time I used markers was probably... No, that's not true. I was going to say it was for my last 2 marker challenge, but I did another little marker drawing a ways back in this book. Wow, look at me not knowing how to color in the lines. So for this girl, I did want to have like this particular blue, so I'm happy I picked that one. But I was also hoping for like a vibrant contrast color, like maybe lipstick, which I know I said I want for her as well. I just want to use lipstick on all of them. And let's just add a little bit of color to her face. Tip of my colorless blender looks very dirty because I do not take good care of my markers, because I'm not very good with markers. Might start with a little dabble of blue in there and then quickly blend it out with the pink. She doesn't necessarily need a lip color, and in fact for this look she might look better with a more natural lip color. Okay, so we'll tone that down a little bit, and I think that works for her look. Her sweater was inspired by a sweater I saw for an online advertisement for one of those like kind of scammy websites that like post pictures of really cool fashionable clothing, and then when you actually go on the website it's like, yeah, we swear this is legit. If you order our clothes, it's not going to be some really bad cheap knockoff, but then you do order the clothes and it's a really bad cheap knockoff. So that's what her sweater was inspired by. I sort of showed the original sketches in the beginning, but for her original sketch I wanted more of her arms to be showing because the sweater's supposed to say love, and then it has roses and all that noise, but I couldn't fit all that into such a tiny triangle. Okay, so that's her sweater color down. I actually do like the blue sweater. I was originally planning on just going all black with the sweater, but I like how the blue looks. So I think for the hair, I'm gonna try something. And if it doesn't work out, we are going to go over with a black pen and pretend that none of this ever happened. But for now, we are going to try to pull some color into this. And I think that actually does work out. But this was also my backup plan for the hat, and so now I don't know what I'm going to do for her hat. And I was looking at this one after I'd finished coloring it, and I'm not sure if there's so many marks on her face because I'm really bad at coloring the lines, or if it's because this paper bleeds a lot, 'cause this paper isn't marker paper. I don't own marker paper, because, like, we are no fancy high-tech YouTube channel here. I'm using Hanson mixed media paper, and, helps if I color in the line while I'm talking about how, like, no, it's not because I'm not coloring in the lines, guys, it's because of the paper. Also because I'm not coloring in the lines. I'm going to just color all this brown because there's no way I'm going to get around these smaller details. And then that way it will be more consistent when I go over them. I think I'm going to either do them in pink or do the choker in pink and then color in these details in black. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so this is all in my Hanson Mixed Media sketchbook, so it's not meant for markers. You can use markers in it, but it's not really marker paper. So if there's any color bleeding, that's why. Yeah, I like how those polka dots look. I think I'm also going to give her green eyes. I might do a similar trick to what I did with her hair, but different. So I'm going to start by coloring her hair with the praline, and then I might go over with some of the pink to make it contrast a little bit. Because I would like to keep her a little more like natural tone-wise. I like how the darker brown looks in her hair, so I might just go over with a couple layers of the praline. And then we'll find somewhere else to work the pink in. Still haven't decided how I'm going to work it with her choker. Because part of me is just tempted to color in this part pink. Oh, or I can make her straps pink, and then if I color in the pink here, it will be a different color because I have the praline base already laid down. Because now she looks sort of like a watermelon, which I think is cute. It's a very summery look. I actually really like how this one's turning out. And then, where'd I put my colorless blender? Oh no! Oh, right there. Okay, then we're just going to give her a little bit of blush. Just a little bit. I don't know if this is actually working the way it did in my brain. It might have worked better to put pink on the praline. So, let's try that. Now I said I was going to go in for a light blush, but she already has the really dark lips, so let's just sort of embrace it. We'll blend this out a little bit with the praline. That is going to make this part of her face very dark, which might look bad. It's okay. So I don't know if I like that. That might have been a bad decision, but we'll wait for it to dry before we make any judgment. So I did try to fix her up a little bit in between takes, and I think I just made things worse. But you know what, that's okay. Maybe she has a skin condition or something. You can still be beautiful with a skin condition. Don't let society's narrow expectations of beauty hold you back. But you know what, we're just gonna move on to this girl now. I do think though the blue would look really cool for this part, so actually let's color that in first. So I think with her it would be cool to give her really dark eyes. So I might color in the outer areas with the brown, and then I'll go over the rest of it with the black. I'm actually really enjoying this shade. It's saddle brown. I think this is usually the one I use when I'm coloring Tosh too, who's one of my OCs. I've colored her before in a marker challenge. So I'm not really sure I'm going to use the yellow in this. I could give her yellow hair, because it is sort of a hair color. Like, it's a bit too yellow to be overly natural. It might still work, so we'll try. It does kind of look like when you try to bleach your hair, and then it goes very poorly. So maybe she's just in between hair colors, you know. It's a process getting to the color you want. The beret was sort of a last-minute decision on this girl. Originally she was just going to have her hair down, which I think would have looked good too. Well, it is down, but you know, it was just going to be hair here. But I felt like she was a little plain compared to the other girls. So I decided to throw a beret in. I was looking at my own closet, and my sister brought me home a beret from France when she went to France. And so I have it sitting on one of my teddy bears right now. He was just sort of looking at me, and I was like, you know what? What if we give this girl a beret too? So yeah, her coloring is a lot more simplistic than I think these two are, but she also has a much more simplistic design. And I do realize her head is far too large for her body. But that happens sometimes. Sometimes your head is just too big, and you just gotta live with it. Yeah, my little sister has really dark hair. And she's looking into getting it colored because she dropped out of the military program she was in, so she doesn't need to have normal hair color anymore. And so she intentionally went with a darker hair color with the hopes that she wouldn't have to bleach her hair to achieve it. But then she went to a consultation at the local salon, and they were like, yeah, in order to get this color, we're gonna have to take like 3 sessions. We don't know how long they'll be, and it's $50 an hour for each session, and we're gonna have to completely bleach your hair. And she's like, why? So we might just box dye it and hope for the best. And then she's going for blue, and obviously blues don't last very long. Like, I've never seen a blue or purple hair dye that lasts for longer than like 2 weeks. And when I dyed my hair blue, it lasted for maybe a little bit longer, but it started turning green pretty quickly because I have blonde hair naturally. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna go through all this work and all this money, and also it will probably last for 2 weeks tops. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna go buy some Manic Panic and deal with it myself. But yeah, coloring this hair made me think of that, because it does look very much like the, you know, you just bleached your hair, you're waiting for it to heal a little bit so you can bleach it again, so then you can dye it some cool, vibrant color. It's got that kind of tone to it. But I think she works it. So for this one, because I got such a pale skin color, I think I'm actually going to do her hair black, so I won't touch that while coloring. It's like my level pale, this tone. I'll see if we can't bring at least a little bit of color into here. I don't think I'm gonna try the tip to tip trick with the colorless blender with this one. I might actually just go in. Just for, like, if you look at this pen nib, it is very dirty. Because I don't take good care of my markers. But we're going to, oh no, that's too dark. Okay, there we go. Smooth out a little bit. And I want to drag that all the way across the face. Going to need a little more red in here. don't lay down in a very even way. And then for the flowers, my original thought was that I was going to make the flowers themselves yellow, but I think I'm just going to make the centers yellow and then leave the flowers white. And then I'm going to give her a red shirt, probably. And I have no idea what I'm going to do for her eye color. I could give her red eyes. Or I could also color those in black. Yeah, she didn't originally have the flower in her mouth. Originally she was just going to be smiling, but her smile just looked weird. And so eventually I decided that I'd give her the flower, because it's just cute. I imagine she's like holding it in her mouth. So since we're going to go so dark with the hair, I am going to leave a lot of this very light, but for the shirt design, or I guess it's like, not a jumper, what's the phrase? Overalls? For the overalls design, my original plan was to just do little yellow flower petals, but because this yellow is so light, I might just color in the whole thing yellow, and then when I come back in with my jelly roll and my microns, I think I'll add in some flower detailing. Oh my god. She looks like Ronald McDonald. Look at that. That's a color scheme. Okay. We'll embrace that. If I hadn't gone all red on the shirt, I would say I could go over this with lipstick. But the shirt is so red that I'm worried that that would make everything blend in too much. I might still, because I colored into the shirt so much. And we're going to go over one more time with the Buttercup to try to soften out that red. Okay, so now I have no idea what I'm going to do for this one. It's like, colors are just very similar and not really what I had in mind for her. I could probably even, I might color this into the hair and then go over with the burnt sienna. Just so that way we can still have a nice dark tone for her hair, because I want her to have a very natural look. Originally that was the idea behind this character, was that she'd be the more naturalistic, because a lot of them are very, you know, high fashion or whatever. But then I was watching one of the vintage vloggers who I like, and I was like, nah, let's go for something a little more like old school and vintage, so that's why she got the outfit she did. But I do still want her to have a more natural color scheme. I think it's worth mentioning that I'm currently dying of a cold. I'm not sure what kind of cold, but I got it from one of my coworkers, and it's not fun. And now I'm like hoping it doesn't get worse, because hers got worse, and now she has an upper respiratory tract infection, and she still goes to work. I'm like, you are so dedicated, but please don't give me an infection, because on top of all this, I'm also planning a vacation for late October. I'm going down to the States to visit my family down there, maybe gonna hit up Harry Potter World, all that fun stuff. And so I would really rather not have an upper respiratory tract infection for that. Like, just as a preference. Now, I thought I'd put in this yellow for highlighting, and I think it works. Made those lips too big, and now they look really bad. Just color that part in, and then we will deal with it. I am, though, planning on doing Inktober, but that does mean I'm going to do a good chunk of Inktober on the road, which it shouldn't be too bad, because a big chunk of my vacation is just going to be spent at my grandma's house. So I should be able to do Inktober during that time. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do Inktober while I'm in California. So outside of messing up on the lips, this isn't going too terribly so far. I know I joked with this one, or was it this one? No, it was with this one about giving her red eyes, but I do think I am actually going to give her yellow eyes. Because in the original sketch, I didn't give her irises, and I thought it looked really cool. So we're going to sort of play into that. And then I might just leave her shirt white. Or, you know what? I know this hasn't worked for me the past couple of times, but if we just sort of ruin our marker nib, and then give her a very light brown for her shirt. The only problem is that the first stroke does come down super sharp, so I might have to be a little more careful with this, but I actually really like how this is turning out. So anyways, the big point of all that vacation talk is that I am going to be gone from October 19th to November 2nd, so there is a chance I might miss a day of uploading in the middle of that. My current plan is to pre-film something and then just have my sister upload it while I'm gone, but we'll see if that does happen. Because I figure when I get back I can record my Inktober sketchbook, and then before that I might just upload the video for the 19th on the 19th. What was I trying to say? I might upload the video for that week just a little early, so either on the 19th or before the 19th. I've actually somehow managed to go without missing a single day of upload all year, so I do want to keep up with that for the rest of 2017, but we'll see. So she's actually supposed to be wearing a vest. I don't know if you can tell. Got sort of lazy by the time I was outlining this one. I think she was also the last girl I designed too. I like this color because it is a very natural, like, blue jean type color, so I think it does work very well for this whole vest thing. So this is the basics. Now that I've got all of this done, I am going to go in with my microns and add in a little more darkness in some places and a little more lightness with my gel pen. This is what it looks like with just the 3 markers and the original outlines. But first, let me just... I can give her some cheekbones. She looks like the kind of person who would have cheekbones. Plus she has this big, broad area of her face. So I have my microns, my Signo, and a Sharpie, just in case. And we're gonna go at it. Okay, so that is my extreme 3 marker challenge done. I think all in all, these two are probably the runaway winners. I didn't really expect them to turn out as good as they did, but they're definitely my favorites. I really like how the blush came out on this one, and the shirt on this one. And this one would be my favorite if it weren't for the whole skin mishap. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'll probably put a link to my last 3 marker challenge at the end of this video. And if you've done the 3 marker challenge before, let me know in the comments. But that is all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye!